Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Definite Learning. Today we are going to start first unit of class 7 English Learning Together. The chapter we are going to do is The Day the River Spoke. So let us do this. A big bright tear splashed down her nose, and another. A kingfisher swept down, its wings an arrow of blue in the sunlight, and a green lizard slithered down to the river's edge to bask in the sun. Splashed means flew down with a noise, with a sound. So a big bright tear fell down with a noise, and then another tear. It means someone was crying. A kingfisher swept down. Swept down, it means flew down fastly, quickly. A kingfisher is a sparrow like bird that is blue in color and that catches fish. So a kingfisher flew down to catch the fish. Its wings looked like blue arrow that were shining in the sunlight. A green lizard slithered. Slithered means moved slowly and quietly. A green lizard moved slowly to the river's edge to bask in the sun. Bask means to get warmth. So a lizard moved slowly to the river's edge to get warmth in the sun. Dear, dear, said a sleepy, murmuring voice. Murmuring, a very speak voice that is hardly audible. What is matter? What is the matter? A sleepy sound came there. A murmuring sound came there. Soft sound came there, and that asked the girl what was the matter. What was wrong there? Janvi was startled. So it was clear now it was the girl named Janvi who was crying, sitting the riverside. Janvi was startled. Startled means surprised. She was surprised because she was sure she had been quite alone. Quite alone, completely alone. She was sure that she was completely alone there. So she got surprised with the sound. It couldn't have been the lizard. She thought that it could not be the lizard because the lizard could not speak. And the kingfisher was up in the thicket of bamboo eating the fish it had caught, and the kingfisher was busy eating fish that it had caught. It was in the bamboo thicket. Thicket means bushes, a group of bamboos. It couldn't be parrots because parrots shrieked, and this was such a sleepy voice. Shrieked made a loud, shrill voice, sharp voice. So she thought it could not be parrot because their sound was loud and sharp, but it was a soft, sleepy sound. She looked around. There wasn't a soul in sight. So to make sure who was speaking, she looked around, but she could not see even a single soul. She could not see anyone there. She was rather scared and wanted to run away. So she got scared because there was no one and the voice was coming. That's why she got scared and she wanted to run away. You shouldn't cry, the voice went on, continued. The voice continued and asked Janvi not to cry. And you really shouldn't be scared. And when you have been coming here to see me every day, well, almost every day. So the voice said that the voice asked Janvi not to be scared because uh, she kept coming there very frequently. Janvi kept coming there very frequently to see the river. She was puzzled. She was confused. It was such a voice like the river. The voice sounded like the river, but she could not believe that the river could speak. It couldn't be the river because the river could not speak. Well, tell me all about it, said the river, for it was the river. I've got to hurry to reach the sea. So the river asked Janvi to tell everything because the river was in a hurry to reach the sea. They won't let me go to school, said Janvi. Janvi said that they wouldn't allow her to go to school. They here is Janvi's parents. So she complained that her parents did not allow her to go to school. I asked my mother, why can't I go to school like Ethan and Meena? Ethan is her elder brother. Ethan, elder brother. So she asked her mother why she could not go to school like her elder brother and Meena. And mother had replied, you are too small, baby. Mother asked her that she was too small and she could go later. Maybe, maybe later. So she could go later, mother asked. Mother said, but when she was 5, little Ramu was born, and mother still said, maybe next year. When she turned 5, her little brother, her younger brother, was born, and her mother again said that she could go later. Janvi, mind your little brother while I go to the fields. Mind here means to take care. So her mother asked Janvi to take care her brother when she went to fields. Now she was nearly 10 and minding little Appu, who was the smallest. Now Janvi turns 10. She is 10 years old and now she is taking care of her youngest brother named Appu. They don't want me. So she felt unwanted. She is saying her parents don't want her. So it means she felt unwanted. They only she stopped with the shop. So it means she stopped speaking because she started crying. I'm scared to go to school. She was scared that she could not get a chance to go to school. And I'm so old now. They'll never let me go. Her parents would never allow her to go. She was scared. But I want to go. She strongly wanted to study. She strongly wanted to go to school. I want to learn to read like Ethan and Meena. So she wanted to read like others. Janvi called her brother Ethan. Ethan means elder brother. Ethan was her elder brother. But his real name was Gopi. Gopi. I want to know why spiders are yellow in yellow flowers. Why bamboo trees rustle? Why the moon always comes from behind the hills? N- Never the other way. Why the baby fish in the field water become frogs? Why? So she was curious about many things. She wanted to know a lot of things. So these are the things she is explaining to River that she wanted to know. Stop, said the river. When Janvi was explaining, when Janvi was telling about her curiosity, the river stopped her. You make me breathless. Because Janvi was speaking very fast, quickly. That's why river stopped her. So many whys. I can tell you where the moon goes. The river said conspiratorially. It means secretly. The river said secretly. Like she was telling Janvi some secret. It goes down towards the sea. So she said, the moon goes towards the sea. I've seen. It always takes the same way over the mountains and down to the sea, like me. So here, River compared her journey to that of moon. So let us see the second part here. Even little Ramu goes to school, said Janvi. Pity. The school isn't by the sea, said the river. Janvi said, even little Ramu, her youngest brother, he goes to school, but she cannot go. So the river took pity on him, or the river uh, felt sorry for the fact that the school was not by the sea. Then I could take you along, but I suppose I couldn't really. First, River said that she could take Janvi to school if the school was near the sea, but then she realized the fact that she could not really take her along. You'd get your feet wet. She could not take her along because she could get her feet wet. And that would never do. I'm afraid there is only one thing you can do. So she suggested something. Janvi, can you do something? Asked Janvi. So Janvi asked if she could do something. Well, it's up to you. So it's up to Janvi. It was only Janvi who could do something, said the river. Seems to me little girls can do as much as little boys. They swim as fast as little boys. So River suggested her that the girls are as capable as boys. She could swim as fast as little boys. You just slip along one morning and sit there in the school and listen to what is going on. So River advised Janvi to slip along. Slip along means to go quietly. She advised Janvi to go quietly one morning and sit in the school and listen what was going on there, what was going on in the class, and maybe the teacher will let you stay. Maybe the teacher would allow her to stay there. I couldn't, gasped Janvi. Gasped. She took a long breath. She said she could not do that. I couldn't. They would scare me. They would chase me out. Chase me out means send me out. She thought that if she goes to school, they would send her away. The river laughed. You? Scared? The river said. When you are not afraid of the green lizard or of the snake in the bamboo clump is a group of trees, or the big trains rattling past that bridge, rattling, making loud shaking voice. Trains are noisy. I prefer ships, said the river. So when Janvi said that they would scare her and chase her away and send her away, she could not go to school. Then River made her realize that she was not afraid. She was not scared of snakes. She was not scared of lizard. She was not scared of rattling trains. And then why she was scared of going to school? Then River said that she preferred ships because trains were noisy. Janvi never knew the snake lived in the bamboo clump. Janvi kept coming to the river every day or very frequently, but she never knew that there was a snake in the bamboo clump. What are ships? She asked. When the river referred ships, Janvi did not know about ships. She asked about it. Big boats, said the river. River said ships were big boats, so big that they can take hundreds of people and they sail along the sea with lights that shine all night. So, ships were very big, they could take hundreds of people in one go, and they had lights on them, the lights that glowed the whole night. Janvi held her breath. Will they come here? She asked. Held her breath. It means she was surprised. She asked if the ships came there. I'm afraid not, said the river. Too large, you know. River said that ships were too large to come there because it was a small river. Chandu's catamaran is good enough for me. Catamaran is a big boat. That is enough for me. Chandu can take you to see a ship someday. So River advised Janvi that Chandu is a person who had catamaran, a big boat. So Chandu could take Janvi to see a ship someday. They would never let me, wailed Janvi. Wailed here is cried. She cried loudly. They would never let me. They hear again her parents. They would not allow Janvi to see the ship. Try going to school first, said the river. Remember, it's up to you. It's your own decision. It's up to you. It's your own decision. First, try to go to school. Janvi gathered courage. She became brave. The next day, she reached the school, panting and out of breath, and stood by the door listening while the teacher read out the lesson. So, next day, she became brave. She gathered courage. She reached the school. She was panting. She was out of breath. She was out of breath. It means she was breathing heavily or fastly. She went there and stood by the door, started listening to the teacher. The teacher was reading a lesson. It was a story about a prince called Ashoka. So the teacher was teaching the story of Prince Ashoka, who became a great king. Little Appu had fallen asleep on her shoulder. She was not alone. She had taken his youngest brother with her because she was taking care of her little brother those days. So, whose name was Appu. So, Appu had fallen asleep on her shoulder. She crept nearer. Crept means she moved slowly and quietly. She crept nearer and nearer till she was in the back row, squatting with the other on the earthen floor. So the students there in the classroom, they were sitting on earthen floor, earthen mud floor. So she went near them and she sat like others. Little Appu made no noise and she listened. So Appu did not disturb her and she started listening. Where did you spring from, little girl? The teacher asked. Where did you spring from? Spring means to come suddenly. Where did you come in the class? Asked the teacher. And what's your name? You are new in my class. So the teacher asked some things when he saw Janvi there. He said that she was new there in his class, and he also asked her name. She is Gopi's sister. Gopi is in the next class, said one of the boys. So one of the boys there in the classroom said that she was Gopi's sister. Gopi was in the next class. It's Janvi, said another boy said that her name was Janvi. So you are Gopi's little sister. Nice lad, Gopi. Nice lad. Lad means boy. So here the teacher appreciated Gopi, that he was a good boy. If you really, really want to come to my school, Janvi, the teacher had said, we'll talk to your father about it. Don't you worry. We'll find a way. So the teacher consoled Janvi that if she really wanted to study, he would talk to her parents. Janvi saw the teacher walking up the steps to their gate the next evening when she was lighting the lamp. So the next evening, Gopi saw her teacher walking up the steps to their gate. She was lighting the lamp at that time. Teacher came to her house to talk to her parents. She could see her father scratching his cheeks. Scratching, it means he was worried. He was looking worried, the way he did when he was worried, and the teacher was nodding. It means to move head when someone is agree. So the teacher was nodding and saying something she couldn't make out means understand. Her teacher was talking to his father was looking worried, and the teacher was saying something she could not understand. And mother said, little Janvi, I shall miss you when you go to school. Girls should learn as much as they want. When I was your age, I wanted to go to school, but your grandfather said no. But now I am glad the teacher came to talk to your father. So here, the mother motivated Janvi and said that she would miss her when she was out in school. Mother also shared the secret that she also wanted to study when she was young, but her grandfather did not allow her. But now she was happy. She was very happy that her teacher came to talk to his father, Janvi's father. And Janvi said, Mother, when I grow up, I'll be a teacher and I'll go from house to house in our village and ask all the little girls to come to my school and I'll teach them all that I'm going to learn. Janvi said that when she grew up, she would be a teacher and she would go from house to house and encourage the other girls, the little girls, to go to school, and she would teach them. So, Janvi not only wants to study, she also wants to teach and motivate the other girls too. And she went down the path between the fields the next morning before school began to meet the river. So before the school began, she went to meet the river next morning. I did it. I did it means she succeeded. She told the river. I was scared, but I did it. She was scared at first, but she succeeded in that. She succeeded in going to school, and they are letting me go. They are. Her parents are allowing her, letting her go. I'm going to learn to write my name and do sums and find out why our little fishes in the rice fields turn into frogs. So there were so many whys. She was curious about many things at the first. So here she is telling the river that she is going to learn all the things she wanted to know. She heard the river's sleepy chuckle. Chuckle is soft. Uh, the river was softly laughing. Come again, little girl, and I'll tell you all about the ships that sail the sea. So this time the river asked Janvi to come again, and she was going to tell her all about ships that sail the sea. So the story is written by Kamla Nair. This is the whole book, The Day the River Spoke. So this chapter is an extract from this book. That's all for today. Have a nice day ahead.